Alright, welcome to the video, guys. So, as you can tell by the title of the video, this video is set to release on August 1, 2025, and that is actually my birthday. So, I'm already 38 years old by the time this video is released. So, I just figured that I'm going to talk about something related, I guess, to, birthdays. Because usually it's these times, like birthdays and New Year's, the other time that we think about these, like when we look back to our accomplishments and we reflect and assess ourselves. And so I just want to talk about progress in this video. I'm not sure if that's related to my birthday, but I just wanted to. I just thought about it because since I'm already 38 years old and 20 plus years playing the guitar, so how have I been doing? Am I happy with the progress that I made? How did I progress? How do we think about progress? What do I think about progress? And I also want to talk about comparing my experience with school, college, and learning things in school or in college, and comparing it to like just learning things on your own, like how I've learned the guitar. So starting with my experience with college, I guess, I think the comparison between the two, I think it highlights the point that I'm going to try to make in this video. I studied electronics and communications engineering. When I was in high school, I had a classmate whom I had an agreement with to take up music for college, or when we get to college. But my parents, they were concerned about my future, and they persuaded me to take up something else that is more I'm not sure, like, that can earn income, I guess. But I guess it didn't really matter because I'm not an engineer now after all these years. So anyway, I took up engineering, and I can really say that it was a struggle for me. Like, there were several times that I failed, and I took subjects twice. But so it took me a while to like really adjust how or what kind of demand from you and your focus and your time, college asks for. But I can say that comparing the two experiences, college, like, I think that how we learn things in college, I think the pace is too fast. And people who are into academics, and there are people who love to study and love memorization and like going to school. Those people may disagree with me, but the reason why I say that is I hear a lot from people, especially from people who just graduated, stuff like they almost forget what they've learned, everything that they've learned in all those years in college, and they learn more in the first job that they get. And I also hear, people who are older, and even the graduation message that I still remember when I graduated. The message was, "You never stop learning, even you graduate from college." And I think the reason for that is, the timeline. You're forced to like study and learn things, and being tested or like having an exam afterwards, and being you're pressured to like pass and learn all those things in a very small time frame. And I guess I'm not saying that the school system should change or anything, or maybe I'm just I'm not built for like to become an engineer. But comparing it to my experience in the instrument, the guitar, I never had to go to school for this. I mean, I had a few teachers like my brother and my father when I was starting out, but never really a formal guitar lesson. So everything that I've learned in this instrument, the guitar, I learned it myself. So watching instructional videos or reading magazines, um, watching interviews, being inspired by other people, or having or learning from someone else, learning a guitar solo by ear or by with reading tablature notation. So and it's kind of ironic because the instrument, the guitar, is something that I am known to be good at. Like if there's one thing that I am good for something, it is the guitar. Because I can do something else, like I draw, but I'm not a professional at it. I mean, I cook, but I'm not a chef. So, and I exercise, but I'm not a professional athlete. But with the guitar, it's something that people know me for. And it's ironic because if I were to go to school for this instrument, I think I would fail because of my experience. Like the timeline is like you're asked to learn for a few months and then graded in an exam, and you're being told that you pass or you fail. And because the progress that I've made in this instrument is very slow, I really took my time. I learned everything that I wanted to learn in music and in the guitar at my own pace. I never forced myself to learn something because there was an exam afterwards, after a few months. So, and I love that thought of it. I love that it wasn't my relationship with this instrument wasn't tainted by school. Because everything that I learned out of pure love and joy and pure desire to learn it. And because the pace was so slow, I really was able to internalize everything that I learned. You know, like I said before, that there's a lot of people who graduated college and they almost forget everything that they've learned. Because I think, and even me, like the pace was too fast. And it may work for some people, like if you're built to be an engineer and if you have that kind of mindset, maybe it works, but I'm not sure. But for me, I can just say that I'm just glad that I didn't go to school for this, because I don't want to like sit in a classroom and listen to a teacher talking about something for hours, something that I'm not interested in. That's so agonizing for me. So everything that I've learned, I learned on my own, and I learned it because I love to learn it, because I want to learn it. And I didn't force myself. I took my time and I learned it at my own pace, really internalizing everything. And if it doesn't matter, like if it takes like several months or years, then no pressure because there's no exam. And I know, I understand that there's like benefit to setting deadlines, but I think that's the point that I'm trying to make here, is that sometimes we beat ourselves too much if we don't progress as fast in the instrument. Like when we try to learn a lick or trying to learn a scale, we easily get discouraged. Like especially if we set a goal for ourselves, like a deadline. Like let's say the 7 positions of the major scale. I have to learn this one position a day. So in a week, I have to learn all the positions. And it may look good on paper, like it makes sense that okay, one position a day, linear progress. But in reality, it almost doesn't happen that way, because progress can't be forced. And aside from that, it's not just scales that we learn. We are drawn into the instrument. We are interested in songs and other aspects of music, like chords and harmony, melody. So it's absolutely fine to not progress as you planned or as fast as you wanted to, because slow progress is real progress, and it's better to take your time and pace yourself in learning something and retain it and really internalize it and understand it, rather than forcing yourself to learn something in a given period of time and not actually have understood it in a very deep level because you were forcing yourself. So, yeah, I think that's the point that I wanted to make in this video, that sometimes our idea of progress is greatly misunderstood. And if it takes you longer than you thought you would to progress, don't worry about it, because real slow progress is real progress, and it's better to pace yourself and absorb it, internalize what you've learned. So yeah, that's it. Happy birthday to me.